Welcome to Brigham Larson Pianos. We're right here in beautiful Orem, Utah, and right on State Street. There's our mega sign. Let's go check out the shop. So here we just have what we call the vestibule, kind of all the pianos that are just kind of on display. It's kind of a cool look at night. Let's go check out the showroom. This is a cool piano that plays on its own from your phone or from your iPad. That's just a little display that is supposed to be like a giant phone. I'll show you how it's done. And here's the showroom. We've got, I don't know how many pianos we have currently in the showroom. Many dozen, lots of them. So lots of brand new pianos. Lots of them are rebuild pianos that are from as long ago as the turn of the century or even before 1890s, 1880s. And some of them are only 20 or 30 years old that we've refurbished, and probably about half of them are brand new. We have quite a few pianos represented here, and we have brand new ones coming out of the shop all the time. All right, let's check out upstairs. How's it going, Laura? Good. Laura does our lots of admin and all sorts of stuff, helping out with scheduling tuning and moves, and Laura's wonderful. Then up here's Jake. Jake is an awesome technician. He's a tuner. He does rebuilding. He does bridge work, restorations, hammers, restringing, all sorts of stuff. And here he is regulating a G3. So we've got more like showroom space up here. And then these pianos here, these are mostly pianos that are in the queue to be restored. They belong to, oh, there's Camille. Camille is actually going to be editing this very video. Hey, Camille. There she is editing. Oh, that's a piano I delivered to St. George. She's editing that video right now. And here, hey guys, we have Corbin on the right and Quinn on the left. These are the key dudes. So you can see what they're working on here. We've got sets of keys all over the place, and key jigs, routers, buffing, make those keys look good, bushings. Thanks, guys. And here's one of our storage areas. We've got about halfway through. And then we store different styles of benches in all of these little closets here. And like I mentioned a minute ago, these are pianos that for the most part they belong to customers that want us to rebuild them. They're mostly family heirlooms. Every once in a while there's somebody that wants us to rebuild a piano that's not necessarily sentimental. So that's some of them, but for the most part they've been in the family for a few generations, and they want to perpetuate that family tradition, family heritage. And another storage room. These are all boxed uprights straight from the factory. And then we've got some more pianos that are like my own personal, like long-term dream pianos that I really like, that I want to rebuild. Looks like they're going out on a move right now. And this is something that we're very proud of here. It says, if you're not seeing the sign, it says, "We love children, please touch everything." So we encourage children to come. Check it out. I mean, that's what it's all about. We personally have 8 children, and so we're very experienced, shall we say, with children. They're welcome, family friendly. Yeah, they're welcome to come here. And we also have this little toy area. And there's Laura again. Hi, Laura.
And Laura's very fun.
And so if kids aren't interested necessarily in playing the pianos, if they're maybe a little bit younger, they're welcome to. Kids really like that area. And there's Mike. Mike is our shop manager. Keep everything run smoothly. And currently he's working on a Viennese action Genossenschaft, and it's a lot of fun. That's a very intricate, tricky 19th century from Vienna. Then, and here again, these are pianos. So I showed you the ones that are upstairs that are in the queue. These are more in process. They've made it through the queue down to here. And let's go through. There's McKinley. McKinley's another technician. Been working on pianos for years now, tuning, repair. Is there anything you don't do in piano? I don't think there is. Refinish. Oh yeah, refinish. Although you've done that before. Thanks, McKinley. These are pianos that are ready to either ready to go or almost ready to go. So I'll introduce you to them in just a minute. Let's go check out the plating area. So we get lots of well, obviously very, very old pianos. So they start out looking like that. The hardware, and then they end up looking like this after we replate them and buff them, make them look good. I'll show you quickly this room. This is kind of a cool room. Mad scientist work. Because this is, that's my son. So like soda blasting, put your hands in here like Homer Simpson and clean them all off with sand. Then this is for tumbling, which is where you put metal things in there and just let it tumble for a couple days and it looks good. Then this is the mad scientist area. So all of these are different baths that the stuff goes in. So here's brass, and basically the metal particles, because of electricity and acid and whatever, they leave the old parts and attach themselves to the piano parts, and then they end up looking like that. Even though those are 100 years old, they look great after they're all done. This is where we install the technology. So like I pointed out the player piano a few minutes ago. So we can install player piano on any piano, and that's done right here in this room. We can also do silent systems where you play the piano normally and then you flip a little switch that's hidden under the keyboard, and then you can still play it, but it stops the hammers from actually hitting the strings, and it sends a signal to your headphones so you can play the piano silently. Here's Taylor. Taylor is right now.
He's got his headphones on.
Yeah. He's right now aligning those damper heads so that they're just perfectly straight across. Then Avery. Avery's working on an old Howard. Yeah. So she's repinning. She's done lots of these refurbished pianos before, and very experienced at regulation, repinning, that sort of thing, all the refurbishing. And this is Ivory.
Hello.
And Ivory is also doing some refurbishing right now. He's regluing jacks. That's a crucial part that can't break off, so we ensure that it doesn't. And Steve, hey Steve.
Hi.
Did you do this?
What's that?
Did you do that?
I did not. I wish I did. They look great.
Those look amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay, Steve's putting the keys back in, and what are you getting ready to install? The hammers, or you already did the hammers?
I did that. These were a little too short, so I'm just working on regulation on this piano.
Got it.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going great.
Oh yeah. So this is the action here that Steve's been working on. So it's a 100-year-old piano, plus we've got new dampers on here, we've got new hammers, we've got new hammer shanks, new bridle straps, new leather, all of that stuff that Ivory and Avery are doing over there have been done to this action already. And so Steve's just taking it to the next step. I'll show you before and after on these plates. So that's what the plates look like when we take them out of pianos. This is why pianos are so heavy, by the way. It's because of this mega cast iron plate. You can see how it's just damaged and ugly and filthy dirty. We take them out and then we refinish them. So here's a plate that has been refinished and it's ready to be installed, but we're not ready to install it yet. Actually, here's a good example of one that has been redone. That's an automotive paint on there, and these little designs that don't matter, but they just look great. This is our moving area, skid boards for moving grand pianos. And lots and lots of blankets, lots of straps, some saran wrap, more skid boards, rubber bands, all sorts of good moving gear. Start of the refinishing area, we've got Reagan right here doing some stripping, Matthew doing some more stripping, and we have Kyler over there doing some more stripping. Get these finishes down to bare wood in a lot of cases. So after the pianos are all stripped and ready to go, then they go in here. Here's Julio. ¿Qué pasa, Julio? Right now, looks like he's working on little brackets for the fall board. This is where all the spraying takes place. We've got our ventilation system. He's got some bench legs that he's refinishing. There's wonderful Gabby. We love Gabby. Also doing some prep work of some of the fine details. Here's one that's been stripped, but still we need to fill the pores, and it's got a bunch of steps. This is a piano that has a player on. It's an old sentimental piano for a family up in Salt Lake. And this is our machine room. Lots of buffing, drill press, bandsaw, big sanders, lots of tools in here. This is what we call our tool crib. So we keep all of our tools in these cabinets. Lots and lots of tools. Back here is more storage. All of these boxed pianos, these big ones, of course, are grand pianos. These little boxes, little fat ones, are uprights. There's our air compressor. That's the dryer going off. So lots of pianos that are in storage. And inventory. Certain ones that I try to have plenty of because they're so popular, I can't keep them in stock. And here is our storage area. We do a lot of storage for people that if they are leaving town or for a few years. Like if they're going to serve, do some service or sabbatical, I guess you could call it. A lot of that's somewhat common. Some of these are for people who are building or remodeling their house. I guess there's lots of reasons. Some of them are storage for kind of an interim while we took it from one family member's to here, and then it's going to be shipped out of state. That's somewhat common too. And this is our part storage room. So you saw all those pianos downstairs, and we have everything very well labeled. All of these shelves, usually each piano takes one, or rather 2 or 3 shelves generally. So they're all, it looks like a giant mess, but it is organized. It doesn't look like it, but it is. Okay, let's go check out this area. This is what we call the Larsen Loft. We have done a lot of homeschooling, and this is where we do the homeschooling. So the kids and my wife get to come hang out here upstairs while I am working downstairs, which is awesome. That's where I've had lunch with my kids many times. There's a Hammond B3 that my 16-year-old self would be absolutely drooling over. This is the Larsen Loft, I guess, homeschool area. This is where my son, my chemist son, teaches my younger kids science. Looks like they're learning about kinetic energy, heat, potential energy. Got the periodic table of elements. All sorts of fun learning going on in here. And this is my wife's office. Right here. Got my kids practicing on a Hyloon 178 because it's the best. That's why. And here we have my daughter's coloring from this morning. And that is the piano store. This is a super awesome thing to be able to do. I absolutely love working on pianos, seeing them come from 1870, 1880 to brand new, and all the way to pianos that are 30, 40 years old, refurbish those, or pianos that are brand new. Overall, it's just a super satisfying profession that I absolutely love. I actually have one of the guys that works here, one of the team members, he thanks me probably 3 times a week. He sticks out his hand with a huge smile on his face saying, "This is the best job ever. Thanks for letting me work here." And I feel the same way. It's such a super cool thing to do. So there's the tour. Thanks for watching. This is, oh, there's Curtis. Clearly the tour wasn't over. Curtis is another technician that is amazing at bridges and restringing and all sorts of stuff. So, and tuning, yep, and trombone. Trombone. Anyway, thanks, Curtis. Yep. So there it is. Thanks for joining us on the shop tour. We love to have people in. Come check it out. Enjoy the pianos. We have many pianos to choose from, and I'll be happy to give anyone a in-person tour of everything that you've seen here today. The shop is probably what's most interesting. So come join us. Brigham Larson Pianos at 1497 South State Street in Orem.